Hey guys, this is the podcast for the week 4. We just ended doing the week 4 podcast and now we've joined we don't have Ferry, but it's me, Sorrel, Starver, Crazy, Vivek, and we have Chrono who'll just be listening to us. So don't expect any word from him there. We offered him but he didn't take it. So yeah. Anyways, let's just get into the matches. So we did 6 matches in this week and I think that's the highest that we ever done. I'm not sure, but I think that's
Yeah.
the highest that we can do and we've done. So there was 2 matches from the winners bracket. Those were the semifinals of the winners bracket. And then we did 4 matches in the losers bracket, but only 3 happened. One was a forfeit. So first of all, we're going to do the matches of the semifinals. So the first match of the semifinal was Asia 2 versus NA2. Asia 2 had Killers, had Therese and Mr. YOLO who showed up for the match. From NA2, we had Miggy and Bikesola. So it was a 2 versus 2. Killers X came, but he never played for his team. So it was always a 2 versus 2. NA2 took the victory in both the rounds. Bike Sola, who's in top 100, was able to make a lot of kills and was able to secure the victory for his team. And Miggy, they had a good cooperation and they were able to take the win there. So with that being said, off to you guys. What did you guys think about this match?
That's the one I caught the last 10 minutes of. But I remember Therese leaving, and then he came back right after the match ended. So.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the timing for this match was the most different one.
Oh yeah.
So because it was an Asia team and a North America team, so time was an absolute mess there. But it's still perfect that we were able to do a 2 versus 2 somehow.
Mhm.
So yeah,
And
what about
somehow
you,
the-
Vivek?
Somehow the European showed up for the NA team because we made it so that NA would be able
Yeah.
to join, but Miggy showed up, so that was perfect for their team since they took the win.
Yep.
Yeah.
Replacement, adding Bikesola in the team was I think that was the reason why they were able to take the win, because he was the reason why NA2 won. Otherwise, I don't think they had a chance there. But yeah, the replacement worked really fine for them. Anyways, moving force to Europe 4 versus Europe 2, which is the last match we did today and went awesome. So Europe 4 had Exkurzi, Hyazin actually, sorry. Hyazin and Wardlow. So all 3 showed up from there. Europe 2 had Aphrodite, Destroyer 69, Zeal, and X-Chapo. X-Chapo was the 4th player. He always stayed in spectator, and then at one point he left because he was not allowed to do anything because his team was doing everything good. So Europe 4 versus Europe 2 happened. It went as a tiebreaker, and Europe 2 took the victory. Now in the first match was in where was it?
Secret Lab.
Secret Lab. The
Secret
first one was in Secret Lab, the next one was in Bunker, and the last one was in Haunt. In the first one, they were like all were doing good, honestly. But Europe 4 was the one who took the victory in the first one. Exkurzi, Hyazin, and Warlo. Warlo was taking a lot of kills there, and his teammates were helping him out a lot. So they took the victory in the first one. And Europe 2 was not able to do much in that. The next one was the Europe 2 was the host for the next round, and they chose no TPV, which is an odd selection because not many teams chose this, but probably they had some idea behind that or planning behind it. And in that match, Zeal was able to secure 22 kills with 0 deaths. And Destroyer 69 and his teammate Aphrodite were backing him up, and they were playing so perfectly that they took the victory in that one. And it was not a close one. If they won by a pretty good margin, and the match went as a tiebreaker. And the last match was is in Haunt. Again, it was kind of tough. Europe 4, we could see that they were fighting back. They were trying. They started with plasma guns, and then they ended up with plasma and carbine. In the end, it was mostly just carbine. And Zeal was able to do really good, not just with the sniper, but he was able to do good with the carbine too. So, as we speak, because we just witnessed the match happen, Europe 2 took the victory in that one. So, what do you guys have to say about this match?
I forgot what I was gonna say. No.
Europe 2 versus Europe 4, we just had
Oh,
the
I remember.
match.
I remember what I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
looking at it now, like I think I should have expected those results, especially with the team that they have. Destroyer, Zale, they're all really good.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And I also feel like when they turned off TPV, I feel like, well, I wasn't there to witness that match, but I'm thinking behind like the logic of like turning off TPV, and it's actually kind of smart. If you're used to not using TPV, you have a big advantage because some people who use TPV,
exactly,
they
Mhm.
depend on it
exactly.
so heavily. It's like using a 144 hertz monitor.
Yeah,
Like you're
Yeah,
so used to
good
it,
comparison actually.
but you can use 60 hertz, but if you're so used to 144 hertz, like you just use it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this was with TPV. They were so used to TPV, but if you just take it away from them, they have to adjust back to not having TPV. And
exactly.
Yeah.
their Zales team, they probably, I don't know, they probably don't use it, or they know how to use, like, they know not how to use it, what I mean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking. That
So
yeah.
what?
This feels like there was some planning behind it that they choose no TPV. Obviously, no team that is good in TPV would ever choose this one, but they had this planning behind it somehow. So yeah. Anyways, go ahead, Star.
What I liked about this match is that every single member from both teams, even ex Chapo the sub, they
Yeah,
were all from Just Do It. So it was literally a civil war between Just Do It in
yeah,
that whole match.
exactly.
Like that
Well,
clan is really strong. That's what I learned today.
Yeah,
yeah. I have to say that. So the first round, EU2 and EU4 were evenly matched. It went to a 9-9, then
oh
EU4
yeah,
took it, so it was 10-9. But then the next match in Bunker, it was a 10-0 in favor of
Yeah.
EU2. Zeo was just going crazy, just getting multiple rounds where he would just kill 3 people on EU4 with sniper and carbine. He was doing it for both. And then in Haunt, it was a little closer than Bunker, but it was still a pretty good showing from EU2 to take it.
yeah. In even in the last tiebreaker, we noticed that after Example left because like he was not being used, he was
Mhm.
not able to play, so he just like left. He's like, if I get any chance, just like message me and I'll be there. And so he was not there. The substitute was not there. And then Aphrodite left. So there was like 2 to 3 rounds maximum. That it was a 2 versus 3,
Yeah.
and still Europe 2 was able to ensure their points even in the situation as a 2 versus 3,
Mhm.
which was really impressive.
Also,
So
Destroyer was doing really well in Haunt.
yes, in
Yeah.
Haunt, Zeal and Destroyer both were doing good.
Yeah.
Like they were both equally doing good. They had the same amount of deaths and the same amount of kills. So obviously they both were doing good. And yeah, and there they took the victory. Now moving forth to the losers bracket. So there comes Asia 1. Actually, I'm just gonna go with the one that was a forfeit. Europe 3 versus NA3, all from the Europe 3, which were where are they? X Psycho, Ali Killer, Simoon, and Aim, all from Europe 3 came, and no one from NA3, which is Joe, Dave, Bellicher, not Kissel, came. So that was a forfeit. They lost. It's a losers bracket, so they're out of the tournament. So we only
Mhm.
did 3 matches that actually happened in the loser bracket this weekend. So Asia 1 versus SA 1 happened. Asia 1 only Sanjeev showed up, which is the match that we did before Europe 3 versus Europe 4 versus Europe 2.
Yeah.
So only Sanjeev from Asia 1 showed up. And from SA1, we had Spyroon and Eve. So they went as a 2 versus 1. The first one was in Skygaze, which was unusual because no one has ever selected Skygaze before. And it did not work for Sanjeev. They just destroyed him right away. Like he was not able to score even like maybe single point for his team. And the scores were getting bugged. Like it was really bad. It was
Non-stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was awful. Yeah, it was awful. So in the
Not.
next one was in Secret Lab, and the same thing happened. They just destroyed him right away. SA1 took the victory in that one, and Asia 1 lost, and so they're out of the tournament. So, what did you guys have to say about that match?
Uh.
So,
Well, I don't think there's anything to
uh,
say about this
yeah, it was
because
I
a
it
wasn't
just
complete
there,
stop.
concludes
but
that
I
Sanjeev was
respect the
destroyed.
Skygates pick.
What?
Going for
I respect the Skygates pick.
Yeah,
Skygates is
yeah.
one of my favorite
We were
maps in the game.
we were
That's
also we were kind of surprised too that Skygas got picked. But yeah, that was the first time anyone chose Skygates. The next one from the losers bracket was NA1 versus Africa. So NA1 had Fruits, LM10, Juan Carlos, all of them came. From Africa, we had Warkloon, Navneet, and Mashood. Their fourth player, FM, was disqualified and banned from the website. So they don't have a substitute now. So it was a 3 versus 3. The first match was in, I don't remember. So if anyone else remembers, just go for it.
I don't remember.
What match are we talking about?
That's
Sorry.
anyone versus Africa.
Yes, after and
Mm.
Never
Yeah,
versus
I remember
Africa.
this match.
Okay.
So
Oh, I think it was Bunker, actually. Yeah, it was Bunker. It was Bunker the first round.
oh yeah, it was
Because
Bunker.
Africa and they were just camping a lot in
That one
Bunker.
took a while. I think it almost went into the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think everyone was there for like the first match.
Yeah, everyone was there.
Mm, yeah.
No,
and then the
everyone
next
was
match
there.
was when stuff happened.
Yeah,
But,
in
yeah.
the in the I think I'm just gonna say something and everyone will get the hint what the match was. It was the match when Navneet could not see the trap mines
Oh
and he
yeah.
constantly
I forgot about that.
he
Yeah.
would
Oh,
try to
man.
defuse the mine and it would just die there. So
Yeah, they'd
that was
walk
the
over
match.
him a lot.
Yeah, a lot of things happened with the trap mine there. Fruits from N1 rage quit in like before the first round ended, and he came when like after a while when the second round was started. So it went down to a 2 versus 3. But then Juan Carlos had to leave. He said that he had a dentist appointment. So then it was really bad for the NA1 because they went as probably like a 2 versus 1, and Warkloon and Navneet were doing really good in this team. And with that being said, they just took victory in both rounds and
Oh
proceeded.
wait,
And
I
with that,
think
yeah.
I
Juan
think
Carlos
that
left.
Juan Carlos had
round.
left, and
Yeah.
then Fruits rage quit
Yeah.
because of the
Yeah.
uneven teams.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
they did a mod replacement with Fairy.
Yeah, but he came back
Oh, yeah.
later, but that was when he picked Fairy as the replacement, or
Yeah.
not him, but LM10.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, that's what
Yep.
happened.
And then that's when Fruits joined, Rich quit, quit again.
Yeah, and Perry was keep on like going spectator
Yeah,
and
keep
going
going
back into the team. Yeah, I remember. Now I remember what
Yeah.
happened.
I was like, make up your mind.
Like in the
Yeah.
beginning, Juan Carlos was doing really well in Bunker. He was
if
he
he
was the main one.
if he
Yeah,
kind of
he was
stayed and
doing
if
a lot of
yeah
points there.
Yeah, it would have been much closer
Yeah,
if
but he
he
could've
stayed.
stayed.
if he stayed and if his teammates like helped him out more or backed him up, he would have been able to take the victory. But they were not really helping him out, and the next one he had to leave, which was the best opportunity for Africa to take the win, and they did so. So that
Yeah,
how
I mean,
Fruits
and they
calling
won.
us a cheat. Fruits was calling everyone cheaters.
yes, even
And
afterwards
he
he
was
was
calling us
calling
cheaters.
that.
We weren't even playing the game.
Yeah, he was absolutely pissed off because of that. But anyways, the match concluded with Africa taking victory in both rounds and proceeding in NA1 dropping out of the tournament. Then comes the last match, which was SA2 versus Asia 3, which we did yesterday. So from
Mhm.
Asia 3, only Avenger came, and from SA2, Caesar Pro, Grillo, the Pro Killer, all of 3 came. So in this situation, since Asia 3 did not have not used any replacement or they had any substitute, they were eligible to select one of the moderator to play for them. So Avenger 782 was the only one who came from that team, and he asked me to play for him. So I was like, okay, we're gonna lose anyway, so why not just be a part of the tournament? I was like, okay, I'm gonna play for him. And somehow, the first one, it was in Secret Lab, and we lost. It was not so. We lost by like 8-10, I think.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It was close. We didn't lose like with a big margin. The next one was in Haunt, and I don't know what was the scores, but we were able to win that one. I think it was the gain 8-10 somehow. It was also close, but we were able to win that one. So that brought us to the tiebreaker, and it
Dustland.
happened in Dustland, which was I just already like kind of gave up because I knew I couldn't do anything. I was using sniper, I was doing good with it, and then you guys chose Dustland. I was like, okay, this is where I die. And in the first 2 rounds, we used sniper, and I died. And it was like, okay, if I have any chance, then it's the STG, and I took it. And somehow, with Avenger and me, our planning and our communication we were doing behind in the team chat, it worked so well that we were able to take the victory somehow. It was kind of like a miracle. I wasn't expecting it, but somehow it did, and that's how Asia 3 proceeded to the uh, into the tournament, and SA2 dropped out of the tournament. Anyways, what did you guys have to say?
I gotta say the highlight of that match was probably on Dustland when you were on top of the middle and you trapped Grillo inside. You stood there for like a whole minute watching him, trapping him in there. Then the nuke went
Yes.
off. You managed to get
Yeah.
down there. Grillo tried to get out, but he hit his head on top and didn't make it out in
Yeah.
time. So he died
I
to
was
the nuke.
I was there. I knew he was low. He was behind the shield. He knew if he just removes the shield to make shot at me, I would have like significant time to shot back at him first, and he would just die. So it was just there was a big moment there. They were just standing there, and I knew that nuke was gonna go off. I didn't rush to it. I knew that I have to leave at the time that only I will have the time to reach the armory, and he won't. And exactly the same thing happened. I made it to the armory, and he couldn't, and I won this one. So yeah, it was the Dustland. It was like a fun match. I wasn't so serious, but it was just a fun match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really fun to watch.
yeah, it was fun to play.
You did really well, actually. Like the mod carry continues.
Yes, in the first one, it was Ferry who actually picked up Sleeper, who we thought was like really good, but Ferry like was carrying
Yeah.
him or her. And in this one, I was not expecting it, but in the first one, I couldn't do a lot. I don't know. I think he had more kills, or maybe I didn't. I'm not sure. But the thing was that now that I watched the stream back, I saw what happened there. So they were using UMP, STG. They were using I don't know which other gun
Yeah.
they were using,
The
but
pro
probably
was
UMP.
using UMP.
Yeah,
No,
and they were not rushing. There was a 2 versus 3, but they were not rushing,
Oh,
and it gave
yeah.
us like the absolute opportunity to take them down. And
Mhm.
when they did start rushing at us, they started getting kills. In Haunt, it worked out good for me because I already know that map well. It's my favorite map, so I was able to make a lot of kills. I had sniper. I didn't have anything else, and our communication was really good. We were kind of sort of like camping in our own base. We were not going to them. We were just kind of like securing our own ends with using trap mines, and yeah, we were both like he was Avenger was using he would switch to G36 or carbine. I would stick to the ordinary sniper, and it worked out pretty fine. There
Yeah.
they did rush, but they were mines. They were getting damage from there, and I was just making the kill. So it was a good match. It was fun to play.
I remember at one
And
point that the other team, not your team, but the other team, they like one of them had a tactic of like flying under the little hallways of the blue base on Haunt to defuse the mines.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
know
I
pretty
watched
well.
it from the stream that it was happening, but while I was playing, I had no idea what was happening. In there, I had no idea what was happening. I wasn't able to even look at the radar or anything. I was just focusing on my aim because I don't play this game, and um, yeah. So it was kind of like a miracle.
For SA2, like only Caesar Pro was like the only one that could get kills.
Yeah,
them.
but I think Caesar Pro was
And
like
then-
lagging so
Yeah,
hard.
he lagged.
Yeah,
And he got kicked like 3 times for ping.
exactly.
He left them in a 2v2, which wasn't ideal.
Yeah. So with that, all the matches concluded in there.
Dude.
We did the predictions last time,
Mhm.
and I predicted that NA2 and Europe 2 would win, and it was true. They actually did. And from Vivek said, you said NA2 win and Europe 4 would win, and Europe 4 did not.
They did
So
not
you
win.
had one
yes.
prediction wrong. Yeah. And then Sorrel said NA2 and Europe 2 would win, and he was correct about both. And then Star said NA2 and Europe 4 will win, and he was wrong about the Europe. She was wrong about the Europe 4. And yes, so now we have like 3 matches that we have to do prediction for. So we have the finals of the winners bracket. NA2, which are Miggy, Ice Noobs, Freemine, and Buxola. From Europe 2, we have Aphrodite, Destroyer 69, Zeal, and X Chapo. So,
Yeah.
make your prediction.
I'm going with the easy one. EU2.
Europe 2.
From,
Yeah.
from their
okay.
performance today,
Yeah.
well, Sunday.
Yeah.
That They were really nice.
Yeah, I
Okay,
gotta go
Star?
with you too.
Sora, if you're
Um,
still there.
I think I'll go with. I'm actually gonna go with the underdog choice here
Okay.
again. It's done me well last time, so I'll go with it again. NA2.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
I think
that's
I also like Freemind and Migi's really good. I think they have a good team.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Fair.
now they have a replacement by Sola who's also really good. So
Yeah,
this may be a good competition, but I can tell why most people, and including myself, would go for Europe too. It's because of their
yeah, I
performance
know
of
why. I
today.
know why as well.
Yeah, because they're all really doing good. We can't tell about the X Chapo, but we can tell about Zeal, Destroyer, and Aphrodite, especially Zeal and Destroyer. So with their performances of today, we're kind of like tending to tilt towards the Europe 2 that they would bring. So yeah, with that being said, we all like the three of us goes for Europe 2 and Strolls at NA2.
Mhm.
SA1 versus Africa. SA1 has X-Own, Spyroon, Eve, and Sirio. And who I don't know who changed the name. I don't know what the person was
That's Jackson.
from. Oh, it's
Oh,
actually okay. That's a good player.
Stereo.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Africa. We have Warclone, Navneet, Mashoud, and that's it. So what do you guys have to say? Africa or
Uh,
SA1?
honestly, those are both
Uh,
really good teams.
I'm
That's
going
true.
SA1
Yeah,
easily
same.
for
You're
me.
with
Yeah,
me.
I think if everyone shows up in SA1, they might win.
Yeah.
I'll go with Africa.
Okay. Okay.
I will go for Africa. I'm quite confident with Warclone and Navneet if Navneet is able to see the mines. Otherwise, no.
Yeah.
Big ifs.
and
That's your
yeah,
condition. If Navneet can see
yeah,
mines, then they'll win.
then they win.
Okay.
Europe 3 versus Asia 3. Europe 3 has X Psycho, Ali Killer, Simoon, AIM, and Europe 3 has Avenger 7 at 2, Line 14, A4 at 8. Do I need to ask you guys for predictions or I can just do it myself?
Uh,
I think you know where we're going.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I know, but still, Star.
I could see it going either way because Psycho and Alley Colors are really
Seriously?
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either
Right.
way?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Wait.
Well,
Europe
okay.
3 and Asia 3.
Yes.
Avenger did pretty good, but I think I'll have to say Europe 3 because Psycho and Alley Colors.
You're just saying psychoanalytic, you're forgetting Simon and AIM.
Simon and Anne.
True. I'm looking at the bracket. It doesn't show them on the bracket.
Literally no one from Europe 3 is a light target.
Yeah,
They're
they're
all
really good.
amazing.
They
They're
all
all
really
amazing.
good.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're all amazing.
They can't do a mod replacement though, so they all have to show up since
Yeah.
they
Yes, they
replace
can't do. Yeah, they can't do a mod replacement. Asia 3 still has. They can still do it, but I don't know. Avenger, from what I can know, if we get the opportunity to do a mod replacement, hopefully not. But if anyone of his team shows up, then probably I won't. But if he do and he chooses me, I don't think I can go against Europe 3. They're so tough that it's just gonna destroy me.
Yeah.
But anyways, with that being
I'll be
said,
perfect.
I'll go with Europe 3 for sure.
Okay. I think we all go for Europe 3.
Yeah.
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 Sorrel. Yeah. Okay.
So it's all Europe 3.
That was
Okay, so we
probably the
have
easiest for
three.
me.
Yeah, we have 3 matches to do in the next one, and they're gonna be pretty interesting. It's gonna be easy doing all the timings, and yeah, it's gonna be really fun. So
Yeah.
with that being said, this concludes this weekend's podcast, and we will see you in the next one. Adios.